CAF has approved a $390 million budget for the 2025-26 season, with 85% of total revenue set to be reinvested into football development across Africa. Now, the budget presentation by CAF First Vice President Fauzi Lekja revealed projected revenues of $111.2 million for sponsorship, $81.2 million from TV rights, and $77.5 million from marketing agencies. Expenditures include $125.4 million in prize money, $57 million for development, and $47 million for tournament organization. CAF President Patrice Motsepe admitted that the $100,000 solidarity payment for clubs is not enough, but helps with logistics. Now, FIFA President Gianni Infantino urged unity among African nations to strengthen the continent's football voice globally. That was, of course, the Congress in Kinshasa, talking about what happened on Monday. But joining us to further talk about this is an African football expert from Nairobi, Kenya, Boniface Osano. Good afternoon to you from here. Thank you very much for joining us and waiting.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on board.
All right, lots of talks from the 47th Congress in terms of the expansion of football in Africa, and one of it has to do with the $390 million budget, which of course was allocated, and then it's 5% to football development. In your view, how effectively are these funds typically utilized at national association and grassroots levels?
I think a lot has been put in place to make sure that the governance of football in Africa is catching up with whatever is happening in the other parts of the world. And I want to believe that the 47th General Assembly that happened in the DRC was, if you ask me, a proud moment for CAF, and in particular the president, that's Motsepe, because for the very first time, you're seeing that CAF is making profit, $9.5 million. So this is something that has not happened in a very, very long time. So it shows that CAF is leading from the front, and it is up to the federations that are part of it to also catch up and do what's right. And I think if you look at whatever is happening in African football, as at now, of course, there are issues of governance here and there, but there's a bit of improvement all across the continent. You can now see a country like Mauritania, countries like Comoros, they're all doing well. It shows that in terms of governance, because you're not going to get results if the management part of the game is not well taken care of. So to me, I think the meeting that was in DR Congo was a proud moment for CAF in a very long time, because I can remember way back in 2019 when Fauzi Lekja, the same finance committee chairman, was presenting the financial for that particular financial period. It was a very, very low moment for CAF, because he had even to rush it through, because the report was to an extent a shame, because it had a lot of irregularities, a lot of issues of corruption. So a lot has been done since 2021 when Motsepe came on board, and I think it can only get better.
All right, we're pressed for time, so I'd like you to answer in quick seconds. Boniface, CAF president admitted the $100,000 solidarity payment to club, that it is not enough. What impact do you think this limited funding has on African clubs competing in the continental tournaments?
Certainly is not enough, because Africa is a very, very vast continent. And if you've been following club football, one of the biggest costs is about traveling, and it's very expensive. I've seen there are clubs that have gone bankrupt just by participating in the CAF Inter Club. For example, the Club Africain of Tunisia went bankrupt after going all the way and reaching the finals of the CAF Confederation at one point. So it tells you that this money is not enough, but it is a big step, because for the first time we're seeing that all clubs participating in these competitions are getting something, $100,000, but we wish it could be more. So it's a good starting point.
All right, a good starting point, and I'm sure that clubs, they also believe that it is not enough indeed, because they're the ones wearing the shoes and know where it hurts. Thank you so much. Time we're out, friend. We should have gone on with this conversation, but we're pressed for time. Boniface, we appreciate your time on In the Game.